Why, hello everyone, and a welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Thursday, December 30th, 2021. It is our final stream of 2021. Last time I ended early. Today I am a little bit more determined to actually go through our full 3 hours of the stream. So let's just get into it, shall we? I'm running off of about 5 hours of sleep, a little bit less than that, because, well, I made a mistake last night, and I think I showed previously the massive Santa chocolate that I got, the big like chocolate statue Santa, about that tall, about yay big, round, hollow, big, great big thing. I ate the whole thing last night. So I was awake reading Rhythm of War, book 4 of Stormlight Archive, until about 2 o'clock in the morning, when I forced myself to stop reading and try to actually sleep. I didn't fall asleep for about another half an hour. So, yeah, and yet I woke up today feeling mostly okay. Better than having woken up off of a full night's rest for several days prior. So it's like, okay, how does that work? I don't know. So last time we met, I set up stainless steel. That was a milestone. I did the thing. I got stainless steel. I set up ferrochrome first, and then went right next door and set up stainless steel. Hey, welcome back as a member of the channel. Well, welcome back. Hello. Hello, everyone. It is definitely a day. Definitely a day. Our final stream of the year. Now that I have stainless steel, I want to work towards getting into the advanced small parts. But in order to get advanced small parts, we're still missing nylon. So we need to work on getting nylon. We need to work on nylon. So ultimately I decided that I would get the blood-based nylon for now, simply because, well, this is quite a lot of chromium and nickel. It's quite a lot of chromium and nickel. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing some biotic stuff by getting into blood meal. I'm gonna do my best over this 3-hour stream to actually get into advanced small parts. Ideally, I would like to get these in my mall and making red belts and stuff. But we've got a bit of a path to walk down. I'll note that I have updated my mods as of today. Everything that needed updating has been updated. There was like a couple of hell mod updates, so we're on point 12.7 at this point. It still has not fixed a slight issue with adding recipes that need chemical plants. It, for some reason, sets them as boilers rather than chemical plants, and I have to manually change that each time. I can show it here, that behavior. See that this recipe that's supposed to pop up as a chem plant pops up as a boiler, and then I have to manually set it to chem plant. It does the same thing with like trying to set water. It comes up as a boiler when it should be a water well. I was hoping that those would be things that were fixed in these updates to Hellmod, but no, apparently not. It did several other things, but it didn't fix those two little niggling issues. Hopefully they fix some of the things around, like displayed order sometimes getting a little bit messed up. Like sometimes when reordering in a big list, you end up like skipping up 2 or 3 at a time, or down 2 or 3 at a time. It's like really weird. It can be really weird. So, I am over here at the Ulrich build now, because we're going to be getting our blood out of Ulrich, and that's where we're really going to begin the day today. I'm going to essentially double my caged Ulrich production and slaughter them into making blood. That's pretty much it. I know that I'm going to need more blood for various other biotic things later. I'm going to focus on just getting what I need for this right now, and then scale as I go. Because, yeah, adding additional segments to this. What was in the way? Oh, that thing. There you go. Are Ulrichs best for blood? It's because I already have food for Ulrichs, and I didn't really feel like setting up food for Augs. That's the main thing. Augs need starch. I mean, I can get starch. They do output better blood per cycle. And yeah, I already have, like, uncaged Ulrich for Archods later, which we're going to need to get into as part of a really long sequence of events to get into good alien samples and all of the things that good alien samples make. So we're gonna be needing to get into cotton guts as part of pie science. For lack of a better explanation, to get into pie science, I'm going to need cotton guts. To automate the cotton guts, I'm gonna need to get into good alien samples because they need bedding. And bedding needs Yotoi. The first Yotois need good alien samples. Ollie? What are you playing with? Oh. Ollie's got one of his Christmas gifts. Christmas gifts for the kitties. It is a small square bag that has a bunch of springs in it. He's not playing with the springs. He's playing with the bag of springs. This small, square, compacted, hard thing. It's small and it's easy to bat around. So he's been batting the singular toy around that happens to contain like 6 or 7 plus springs in it that will get lost immediately if we open that bag. Yep. And the good samples need Archods. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that good alien samples need Archods. They also need Corlex for Corlex milk. And that needs fish. So it's like we need fish, we need Archods, we need Corlex, we need lots of things before pie science can happen. For now, though, I've got a few corrals for Ulrich. I was going to look at blood from the doohickeys. These guys, Augs. Hello, Augs. I want 15 of you. Let's make it a fair comparison. I will need 18.1 of you. Bah. Stuff. Things. There. 18.1 of you. 0.2. I need a whole 0.1 fewer of the caged dogs. Woohoo. I don't have bedding yet. The best I could do is this recipe. That needs 17 Aug paddocks, which are larger than Ulrich corrals. I think. I don't remember. Are the Ulrich corrals larger? Maybe. Do I still have any Aug thingies? Yeah, so Augs are bigger. By a bit. Couple tiles. So even though I need slightly fewer of them, they more than make up for that in the total amount of space. And then the food itself, it's like the same amount of Aug food as I would need Ulrich food, and the Aug food needs starch. Which, yeah. It's a bit of stuff there. Starch is actually quite cumbersome, complex, when I already have the Ulrich food, especially. So, we're just going to do Ulrich's for the blood, because it's a bit easier to make the food overall. Yeah, but you see what you do with the guar is you just bring in the guar. And you do, like, if you have loaders, just use the loaders. Great opportunity for using loaders to handle the throughput of the beans. Looks like I need to grab more modules. I need more Ulrichs for my Ulrich corrals. Good thing I have 14,000 Ulrichs. Yeah, it's a great thing I have 14,000 uncaged Ulrichs just hanging out to use to expand my Ulrich production. How ideal. I think I may have enough for my purposes here. Yeah, I'm still gonna try to limit the starch that I need to use as much as possible. I would like to limit that as much as possible, anyway. This is probably not enough. Let me check that over here. It's 1.5-ish. So technically it's fine. I need more barrels though. Pretty sure I would need more barrels. Am I carrying steel? Yes, I am. No, I actually want you making barrels. Thanks. Barrels. Take that stack. Just flood in some more barrels for me. Thanks. Oh, that shifted. How the... What button combo did I set that to that shifts it? I always forget. Oh wow, I'm only at 302 belts left. Humma. Cage input. This is not the greatest. Not the greatest looking, but it'll do. Will I use Ulrichs for bone and lard and other things? Most likely. More likely than not, that's what I will end up doing. It's just using Ulrichs for all of their parts. I mean, especially, I'm going to need bone meal, and that's what these guys are, like, meant for. That's the reason Ulrich exists, is bone meal. So I do need to scale up for that, too. And, meat, bones, brains, guts. I don't think I need the guts anytime soon, though. Oh, right. Fetal serum. Nauvis eat guts? Okay. Yeah, Nauvis eat guts. Good thing I don't need Nauvis anytime soon. Yeah, I don't need this anytime soon. Really, I have this? Alright then. Yeah, there's lots of biotic stuff for Pi Alien Life that takes a bit of getting used to. It's just you keep discovering more and more and more stuff on the biotic side. I think this is pretty much done. I have to set up these slaughterhouses and then we're good to go, pretty much. Get in there, you. And I need to output the cages. Fortunately, with blood, you're only outputting your only solid output is the cages, and that needs to go in probably here. But maybe not. I just need to get it down. Maybe here. Just have it off to the side. So, I'm also going to need to add stations, of course. Add the blood station. Fluid input. Fluid output wherever I'm going to use it. Ah, Ulrich. Get in the buildings. And to get powered. There we go. We're good. We are good now. We have stuffs. We has an amount of blood. This is like just a line of 20. Making however many per second. 0.24 in total-ish. And then these... Yep, that's going to give me, you know, around 20-ish. Not zero amounts of blood, yeah. Above zero. Non-zero quantity of the blood. I will need more than this. I will need things like albumin. I will... that I will need for other things. The albumin. Glorious, beautiful albumin. We need it for the artificial blood. Why you need actual blood to make artificial blood is beyond my comprehension. But, yeah. Yeah, it's like, huh. Let's make artificial blood with blood. Of course, I will eventually use the Arthurian eggs for the albumin. That makes a bit more sense. The problem is, you know, tech locked. Why we have this recipe when we can't even get Arthurian eggs is yeah, just questions for other times, I suppose. What's the power consumption like now? I could use more. And I was actually looking at power right before the stream started, and I saw an issue I need to fix. This mining drill has mined out. So I've got an entire set of steam engines doing absolutely nothing. That's great. I need to fix that, ideally. Okay, fluid input station. Right there, there you go. I don't really need that, but there we go. Ta-da. S blood. D blood. Okay. We has that. Pump. The blood shall flow. Okay. Blood. Supply. Depot. Full cargo. Circuit condition. I'm going to need to set this to fluid count of blood greater than or equal to 20 times 60 times 2400 or 2500. Sounds about right. Auto magic. Go, go, go. Ta-da. Assign that. D blood, save, and that is one of the headaches down. The next headache is getting into sodium sulfate. Need to look at what else it's used for. Everything late game. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna want to provide this in its own factory, ideally. That's quite a bit of salt. Even for just 0.4. Hey, can I get like... Can I get like 2? Wow, that's a lot of salt. Oh boy. Don't you just love not having access to the slaked lime loop to get the sodium hydroxide? I just love not having access to the slaked lime loop. Ah, that recipe right there is not a thing. I can't convert lime to slaked lime, which makes it so much easier to just get sodium hydroxide. You don't even need to add limestone into the system. It consumes coke and makes sodium hydroxide. Or consumes salt and makes sodium hydroxide out of it without any other products to deal with. I will scale up blood as necessary. And that's pretty much all I can really say about it at this point. Blood is not really something I'm going to need a ton of in the grand scheme of things. It's useful for making the blood meal, but it's not really a huge scale thing. Because there'll be an alternative for albumin. Fertilizer would be this one. Overall, maybe. I don't know about spending Zogna on fertilizer, so it might be blood, but still, the volume I need is not that huge, even if there are better alternatives. I think it's, isn't it Trits? Trits have an immense amount of blood. Blood does have a recipe in the atomizer to get into urea, which is something to do with fish. I have done fish into urea before by doing blood into urea plus the wastewater into urea. It takes a ton of power though. And the slaked lime, I think, is going to need Pi Science plus Chem Science. Oh yeah, it's like the first tech I plan on taking at Chem Science plus Pi Science. It's the very first one that gives me slaked lime. You know, the tech that's been sitting here for a while, this fuel oh, it's not even. What? I mixed up my icons. I need coal processing 3. Giving these pipes. Why do I want fuel production? Huh? It must be a prerequisite for getting into advanced electronics. Why would I want this tech? The ammonia. Abiotic ammonia. But yeah, either way, we need Pi Science and Chem Science. Ah, boy. Yeah. It's gonna be a little while. We need the good samples, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, those got added to this, so... No matter what, my progression is gonna need to include good alien samples at some point. Soon. Because they're needed for Chem Science. Like, we are approaching Circuit 2s. There's not a ton of major processes left that are blocking Circuit 2s. One of those interesting thoughts. It's like, oh yeah, that it's totally a thing. I'm a lot closer to Circuit 2s than I would otherwise think I would be, or blah. A lot closer than I would think, yeah. Based off of how much we still need to do. I'm gonna go back and restock quickly here. I do want to try to set up this. Need to think about where. Need to think about where. Does there just so happen to be a space that has salt and sulfur near each other? That's not in my greater mall area? Game wouldn't be that kind to me, would it? It would. Right there. Right there. Salt, sulfur. Alrighty then. Bring me some salt mines. and sulfur mines. Put those away. You know what? Bring me extra rail as well. Oh, I need more electrolyzers, don't I? Yep, 20 electrolyzers. And I should have enough washers here. I also need a train station for this. I didn't really want to use the rest of this space. I wanted to use it for more seaweed, but I guess I'm gonna have to use this area for something else. Let's get a station placed somewhere like here. Unfortunately, this oil sand has to die. We've got plenty of oil sands. Not worried at all about it. Thank you, bots, bringing me stuff. And yeah, sodium sulfate, we're going to need a lot of late game when I eventually get into sintering and reduction. So that's utility science. We've got a long ways away before that. Oh my gosh, we're at nearly 200 hours of playtime on this one save, and we're not at Circuit 2s yet. 200 hours. Not even at Circuit 2s yet. This thing. Okay. I think we've finished restocking. Looks like it. Let's go. Let's get out here. Excuse me? Oh. Oh. Okay. Let's finish building the intersection. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. Let's finish building the intersection. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. If we look at Circuit 2's, let's think about what I actually still need for Circuit 2's. Lard. I mean, I'm looking. I'm trying to find what base rayon. Okay, that's one. Lard and rayon as projects. Rayon is a big project, one very big project. And then what? Oh wow, that's a lot of sodium sulfate. Just to get... Why do you need 3.7? What are you trying to... Oh. Oh. Ahem. It was trying to make... Yeah, it was trying to make the CO2 rather than the carbonate. So yeah, 0.4 better value. Kevlar, I guess, but I've already sort of got the stuff for Kevlar placed. Like the main infrastructure to make Kevlar exists. I just need to add a chem plant making Kevlar and bring in nylon. So it's really, once I have nylon, it's the big thing that's left is rayon, and then like silicon stuff, and actually just putting it all together on the silicon stuff and cermet. Zinc acetate I still need, but I have the zinc already. It's like, okay, I have everything I need to get cermets all provided on the network. It's just making them. But yeah, things like the silicon carbide. Okay, I need that. I need ferrite, which is a lot of iron oxide. And the rest of this is putting together things I've already been making. Yeah, niacide, that's another thing I need from silicon itself. Yeah, so really rayon is the biggest project, along with like the ferrite scaling, and then it's direct work into circuits from there. So we are quite close to circuits once we finish the nylon here. Everything else is pretty reasonable. Alright, you can come down a little bit. Because, of course, this process of getting into nylon is including a number of other things, like this sodium sulfate that we're making here. Yeah, there is another way of getting into sodium sulfate that we could compare. So sodium sulfate production, it can come from hydroxide plus sulfuric directly, or it can come from sodium bisulfate and salt. It will end up producing hydrogen chloride as well. The bisulfate will need salt and sulfuric acid. It produces a bunch of hydrogen chloride in the end. Is that any savings, though? So if I look at this and I see, hey, if I want to get 2 out on the sodium sulfate, it would need 20 hydroxide and 100 acid. Or effectively 100 and 100 on salt and sulfuric. This, if I wanted to say... Oh, it's not going to let me because it's linked. If I wanted to say net out 1.4... 1.6-ish. It is a lot more sulfuric acid. It's basically twice the amount of sulfuric acid to do this way. And a fifth of the salt. But what's more expensive? Salt or sulfuric acid? Of course, the answer is sulfuric acid is more expensive, far more expensive than salt is in order to make it. If I had to double the amount of sulfuric acid, I'd double the amount of iron that I need to make it, or whatever your choice of sulfuric acid production. If I had access to this one, this one is a pretty good way of getting into sulfuric acid. There's cadaveric aurum that lets you get into it. Xeno blood is literally sulfuric acid. So, yeah. Depends on how you're getting into it. Yeah, an HCl source. I don't really care about the HCl though. Like, am I really interested in spending sulfuric acid to make hydrogen chloride? Not really. Not really. Get that pin back. Let's get to it. Let's make sure that I can actually get into my advanced small parts today. And you know, if for whatever reason I manage to get into advanced small parts within the 3 hours of this stream, we will end it at getting the advanced small parts. Just so as we're aware of that. It's when I get them, we're done. Might do minor planning of what will come after, but yeah, I wanna keep the streams a bit more focused to individual projects or sets of projects that I know could be completed during the stream as best I can. And I do want to work towards Circuit 2s, I think. Maybe. Undecided. Undecided what my next project shall be. I'm feeling okay-ish for running off of about 4.5 hours of sleep. As best I can be. After not having much sleep. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Yes, Dolly? Hey, you. Hey, baby girl. Yeah, you come up meow at me. Yeah, as you come up meow at me, you're gonna get grabbed and you're gonna get pet. Yeah, you wanna squirm. You wanna get away. Wanna get away? Hey. Don't look so down. Don't look so annoyed. Yeah, get over there. Get over there. Oh, now you're just gonna plop on the desk. You're just gonna sit on the desk. Little Dolly. Ah. I'm gonna stream up to the full 3 hours. Ideally, we're gonna finish this advanced small parts / nylon. Ideally. Ideally. Do I even need? No. No, I don't. I don't need this to be one of these. I need it to be one of these. Yes. Sodium sulfate. Oh. Ha. I do need it to be that. I absolutely need it to be that. I need a solid fuel. I need coke as fuel for these mining machines that I'm about to place down on these. I need 100 salt, which means I need to tap 2 of these. Each one will do 60. And I will need 10 sulfur. Pretty sure 1 can handle that. Our coke at sodium sulfate. our iron at sodium sulfate. I am making and providing sulfuric acid. It's just that this is a lot more convenient to mine and make it here. Especially when I'm only bringing in one thing, iron, for this. Cough, cough, if I have iron. If I have the train to bring the iron to me, and the coke to me. Okay, I guess I need more of that. Alright, I have 4-ish belts of you. I'm gonna need more. Yeah, I have sulfuric acid here. Because I have mined and made sulfuric acid in this area. One, two, three, four, five, 6 chem plants worth, eating up 30 sulfur per second. Yeah. I should have enough. Yeah, getting a little tired of those links now appearing in live chats. The bots, they are here. They have arrived. They have evolved. Those stupid link bots with very similar links have been plaguing comment sections of videos for a very long time, many months and years, and now it seems that they have evolved to putting them into live chat. Hey, thanks for the view and the engagement with the chat. I mean, come on. I'm not worried about having the disease. I am fully vaccinated, and I'm not experiencing any of the symptoms associated with it. In fact, I should be scheduling an appointment to get a booster next month. That's when my 6 months is up. Late next month, like the 24th-ish, is when my 6 months hits. I mean, there's always going to be spam. There's always going to be spam with YouTube. So what do you go up to? 21.5.25. Yeah, that's going to be more than 10. That's more than 10. I'm pretty sure. And I need this as saline. And you need the fuel. Yep. All 3 of these need the fuel. Give me sheds. Well, after my second shot, I had quote-unquote COVID arm, where the site where I got the shot was just a big round hard ball for a good while. Just this swollen mass where I got the shot after the second shot. Didn't really feel anything after the first. First one was fine. Second one is what gave me that response. Makes me wonder what'll happen with the third. But yeah, I don't think I've had it at all. At no point. And of course, my mother is already boosted because she had her shots before I did. Since she's in much greater risk categories than I am. Let's go this way. Hello, welcome. I am currently trying to get sodium sulfate. That is the current goal. Yes, it is actually what people are calling that. It's actually been called COVID arm. With a side effect of the booster of the just vaccines in general. It doesn't affect everyone, but it does affect some people. Gee, do I just not... Okay, it's finally on the way. Finally, the Coke is on the way. It doesn't even hurt or anything, it's just... You've got this big red spot in your arm for a little while. Woohoo. It lasted a while, though. It lasted for me, like... 2 weeks? At least? After getting the second dose? It was very slow to go away. Alright, that's all connected. Everything there should be powered. Oh gosh, another thingy. Goodbye. Come on. Come on, YouTube. Do the thing. Do the thing. There it goes. YouTube is delayed a little bit. I pushed the button to get rid of that. And it doesn't immediately respond. Huh. So that was like the third today. Interesting. Very interesting. All of a sudden. What a great way to end off the year. Yeah, well, I hope it's not going to be a sign of things to come. I hope. I don't need this many belts, do I? No, I need 4 total, so I can just bring 2 on each and even out the outputs. Yeah, see, I haven't had the loss of taste at any point, so I know that it's very unlikely that I've ever had the disease. That loss of sensation. I've had illnesses that cause that in the past, but not any time in any recent times. Okay, I think I'm ready to get these 20 electrolyzers down. Oh gosh. How am I even gonna do... Oh no, the 20 washers down, excuse me. Slightly different building. Is that 1-to-1? That sure looks like it's 1-to-1 to me. So I'm gonna shift things a little bit. Just need to shift it a little bit. There we go. It's 1-to-1. I can actually put that back another tile entirely. Do I want my water here? Yeah. So I have to shift this one tile over. Great. And you know what? It's probably going to end up one tile down. Because loaders. Loaders and power. That should work. Oh, and then I have to output the hydroxide. There we go. Yes, everything needs to get shifted, always. Everything can be needs to be repositioned at all times. Yeah, I'm gonna need this to go down a couple more tiles, please. Look, I couldn't even imagine trying to play vanilla without a water on demand mod. Like, water logistics is the absolute most mind-numbing thing in existence. There we go. It's 3 per set. There we go. Meow. Hi, Dolly. Welcome back. You went to the window. You had your time in the window. Yes, my doll. Pretty girl. Pretty girl on the desk. That's belt 2, belt 3, belt 4, and that should be... Huh? My math is wrong, isn't it? I should have... So it's 3 per 15. Alright, well that's 12, 16, 20. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a problem. We have a minor problem. Ever so slight. That should be fine. We just have this random box. So I needed 6 belts. Not 4. But that just seems like way more salt than I need. What? Right, I've built more than 20, haven't I? Or I've built... What? Huh? Okay. I need another... 2. So I need 7 belts. Right, each one of these can output up to 4 belts of throughput. That's where I was getting confruzzled. And I would, if I could, like to merge that one together. Okay, now I think we're good. I probably need more belt, though. We shall see. Yep, I need more belt. Isn't that glorious? Glorious and grand. Oh, you need your thingies. Yeah, that would help. That would help. Having enough guar. I am building 2 per second. I need... How much? 0.4 for the nylon. 0.4. And I need another 0.4 for rayon up here. If I want more rayon, which I'm very likely going to need more rayon, then yeah, I'm taking it safe by building it at 2 now. This is the safe value. I also need to vent those thingies. Okay, chem plants. Always one tile off. This is, of course, the iron. Looks like I need belt. Really looks like I need belt, doesn't it? And then I'll need 8 of these. Oh boy. Somewhere. Anywhere. And this is only the one solid in and the acid. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7th. I can work with this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Better. $10 each. $5 per doohickey. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 10. 10 gives 10 even. Okay. Makes sense to me. The only problem is I don't have these in sets of 10. I have these in sets of 9, 9, and 2. So yeah, there's that. Rotate, thank you. Okay. 9. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take each of these and add 1 to the 9 in the back and add 1 to the 9 up here. Like so. And like so. Ta-da. Ta-da-da-dee-dee-da. That actually works. For inputs, it does not work for outputs. Oh. Right. Ta-da! Alright, what did I just say about it not working for outputs? Alright. Whoops. The reason it doesn't work for outputs is that right there. That's gonna lane limit. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Well, once I have all the belt in place, that is that. Like, that's done. Chances are I need more than 1,000 units of belt, but we shall see. Oh my goodness. It is 15 minutes until our break. We're almost halfway through the stream. Oh my goodness. How shocking and incredible it is. I am absolutely in need of more coke. And coal. Ah, boy, that's a mission. Oh yeah, I never did fix the coal, now did I? Whoopsies. I need to fix that before I run out. And right now, for coke, I've only got 30 per second in throughput. The irony being that what I'm doing here is going to solve a lot of issues because I'll have access to red belts. Issues with being able to load onto trains in particular, although I won't have the loaders until I get Circuit 2s, which is why Circuit 2s are next on the agenda. Ideally, I want to get into Circuit 2s quickly. That way I actually can use Mark II buildings and ironically have them before chemical science and pi science. Like, actually being able to use Mark II stuff before chem science, like, wow. Just because it's going to take a while to get into good alien samples. Because I haven't done the good alien samples yet. If I did them by now, then yeah, Circuit 2s would be like the last thing that I need to get into chem science. I would effectively have that. But I'm a little behind. I need to redo my red science and green science on the train network and add in chemical science and pi science. Alright, where was I? Here. All the way back here. Got lots of belt to finish placing. Also, apparently a few doohickeys that I absolutely did not build on top of. So let's head on over. Inventory's feeling a little bit full. Another one. Another one. Goodbye. Goodbye, bots. You won't be missed, but thanks for the comments anyway. Hey, views are views, right? Gosh, I would rather not see them, though. Those, fake, those links to stuff. If only YouTube actually detected them as links in live chat. But no, because there's a space between the dot, before the dot, it's clearly not a link. It's clearly not spam. Like, obviously. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. You need water. And the iron needs to come up. And I need to actually hook up the belts. I mean, the pipes, excuse me, not belts, pipes, to input that sulfuric acid. Okay, it's moving. It's alive! It's alive! Sodium sulfate. There we go. We have stuffs. Beautiful and glorious stuffs. Alright, I need to finish this belt up top. Can't forget that extra throughput. We need full sets of 10, not 9s. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful 60 per second salt on each one of these. Not quite using all of it, but still. 50 each. Pretty close. Ah. I hope you can understand why I decided to have, at the very least, the local salt mines, right? On this build, like, imagine trying to bring in by train 100 salt a second. And we're now flooding in our sodium sulfate. Let's get it on a train. What is the stack size? 500. Okay, you're doing 1 stack each. And I need to name this S sodium sulfate. D sodium sulfate. Supply depot full cargo circuit condition. When I get the access to the slaked lime loop, it will replace this in its entirety for getting sodium hydroxide. I'll no longer need to do this at all. I'll need to spend a whole bunch of salt and coke, but it's going to be a lot better than this here. It feels like I'm wasting so much chlorine and hydrogen by doing it this way. And it's a lot of power as well. Lots and lots of power consumption. Okay. Where does this stuff live? Here. Raw ores. D-sodium sulfate, right there. Alright, that's that down. All of this just for blood meal. Oh yeah, I didn't break down treated wood, did I? Nope. That's a lot. That's a lot of bitumen. Just for 2.5 fiberboard. Oh well. Oh wells. Have I broken down the steam? No, of course not. Why would I have broken down the steam? If I'm using bitumen, I may as well keep using it. I have logs, so I will bring in logs. And well, that's basically the factory that we're about to do. For blood meal. The question is, do I incorporate it with the one for the nylon? It's just if I do that, my god, that train station, just for nylon. I didn't break down syngas. Oh boy. Oh boy. I need it to be that recipe and that recipe and matrix solver and that recipe. Alright, what overlap is there? Just the bitumen, right? Yes. Yes. So it's like, do I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more stations onto this mess? No, I don't think I want to do that. No, I do not think that I would like to do that thing. I could save myself a lot of inputs by doing this phenol. I would need more coal. And Helmont sure as heck thinks that it's a lot easier to do it this way. So you know what, I'll do it that way. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main inputs. Then it wouldn't feel as bad if I also incorporated these into the same build. Yeah, let's do that. I need to get to the mall for a restock, and then before moving on to blood meal nylon, I need to fix the coal production from over here, and maybe while I'm there, double it. I think I need to double it. So how much stuff is that? That's gonna be secondary crushers, gasifier, and screeners. have gasifiers. There's my minions. Thank you for bringing me stuffs. I don't need these mines anymore. How are we looking? We are about to take a break. Great, so just in time. Just in time for the next stuffs here. Yes, let's start making our way. Start making our way over here. Because I will need this. I know that I currently have a demand for 15 per second of coal existing in the base. I need more than that if I'm going to add another demand for 8 off of the nylon to get into phenol. It's a lot of coal to spend on phenol, but you know what? It's simpler and is the only reason why I would consider doing it. So that was my alarm to indicate that we are in fact halfway through today's stream. I have 30 coke currently. I have 2 yellow belts of coke, and I need more. I need more coke. I have the raw coal as just, you know, space to put down the infrastructure. That's the main concern at this point. Like, this whole area needs to be just all of the infrastructure. Yeah, so I am going to take a brief break, and I'll be back shortly where I will scale up the coal and then start building a big factory that will produce nylon, including the blood meal for it. I will be back in just a few minutes. Dolly, what did you do? I know it was you. I know it was you, Dolly. Dolly broke an ornament on the Christmas tree. I found a piece of a bulb, glass bulb, in the den, very far away from the Christmas tree. I thought to myself, we haven't had a bulb break in a while. We hadn't had the Christmas tree fall in since the first day we put it up, when she knocked it down the next morning. So I'm like, oh, I saw the tree was up. I go over, and sure enough, shattered pieces of this red bulb all over the floor. Someone proceeded to play with sharp shards of glass and bat them around the floor. I wonder which kitty could have done it. Could have batted around shards of glass all over the floor. I don't think it was this one. I don't think it was this one. He's a good boy. Ish. So that was a great thing to walk upstairs to find. Walk up to the living room to find. Like, oh yeah, shattered ornament. I did find a second ornament on the floor. It was not shattered, but it seemed to be missing the piece that has the hook to hook it onto the tree. So that probably fell off of its cap. Hopefully the cap is still on the tree. I don't know where it goes. And I don't have the time right now to be mucking about with it. All I had the time for was to take a broom and sweep up what I could find of the broken bulb. So that was great. Also had to get more water, fill up my cup here. Let's get back into this. Okay, let's lower that mic just a bit. I need to fix a problem here by having that gas vent exist, which will allow the coal dust overflow to void. Dang it, Ollie gave me a little bit of a scratch on my wrist when I went to put him down just now, because he squirmed. His back claws managed to get my wrist. Single claw, looks like. Alright, let's get this sorted here. All of this wonderful processing just to get coal. Oh boy. Alright, let's bring this over. Big line. Come on in, raw coal. Yeah, so 9. I have 211.5 of raw coal to work with. My limit isn't the amount of raw coal. It's the space for the infrastructure. That's my current limits on production of these fuels in general. Okay, how the F did I set this up again? And why did I set it up this way? Because there's like no chance I can keep running lines across like this. I can run a line here and up and next to it. Like I can do a line here, but it's not scalable to do it that way. Oh, and then this has like an extra doohickey just for the halibut, huh? Oh, and yeah, you just have extra doohickeys. Was that a problem here over on this side too? No, somehow not. What? Okay, there we go. Yeah, somehow. Oh, this line, I see. I see. That was a line to draw, but it wouldn't really have worked. So I can reclaim this belt. Whoops, sadly that must go. Okay. That doubles the coal inputs. I just need to physically get the belt the rest of the way to the train station. Bring it on up. And over. And in. There we go. We now have 2 belts of throughput of coal. I need more belts of throughput of coke. / I think I could use another coke train. Yeah, I think another train bringing coke would be a great idea. There we go. Supply, depot, full cargo, circuit condition, auto, magic. Oh yeah, it fills up the fuel on its own. Right. I forgot about that little trick. There we go. Ta-da! There's one other thing I need to go fix, and that's with my power. I have one mining drill that's not mining anything. All the way over yonder. I gotta fix this guy. This one mining drill is being a problem. How am I gonna replace it? Oh boy, that's a good question. Because this is a lot of belts. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a few steam engines being fed by a few belts of raw coal. Just a few. There's 26 mining drills here. Which would theoretically mean 25. Okay. Interesting. There are 25 belts leading into lines of steam engines. There are 26 mining drills. But all of the mining drills have a line that they're mining to. Huh? They all have a belt. 25 units of belt. 26 mining drills. Okay. As far as I'm aware, each mining drill should have one miner. I would wonder if... Yeah, this one. Okay, I don't need you. Well, that was quick. Of course, I get rid of the one that's on the on the consistent side. Okay. But you died. So, rotate, 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 rotate. Up, over. Ta-da. We're done. We have done the thing. That'll bring me back up to where I should be on the max power. Alright, where am I going to do this freaking huge train station to make nylon? Theoretically, it should be close to this stuff, right? Try to minimize the distance the trains have to go, because we've got blood up here, and we've got this sodium sulfate up here, so ideally it would be somewhere in here. Here? Let's go with that. To the train. Alright, off and over. We go, we go. Would have liked all this area to be for the mushrooms, the Faugi, but oh well. I totally planned out Faugi to have substrate. To have fungal substrate, but yeah, that hasn't happened yet. I'll have to go through and spend a few weeks doing the biotic stuff that I have neglected for quite some time. Because I know in my previous playthrough of this, the first playthrough with Pi Alien Life, I did focus rather early on the various new processes that were new into the Pie Suite at the time. I wanted to experience all of that as quickly as I could so I could figure out what was wrong with it and get things fixed. Because, you know, I had early access to Pi Alien Life. I was figuring things out before the bulk of people could had their hands on the mod, and was testing and getting things pointed out and fixed ahead of time. Pointing out several issues with balance. Ahem. Ahem. Alright, let's get power going. And thank you for renewing the membership. I did see that go through. Okay. How many stations do I need for solids? Well, I can ignore the blood meal one here because we're going to do the blood meal here local. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 solid input stations. And then 3 fluids. 7 solids and 3 fluids. I'm going to continue this playthrough until it's done. I don't know when alternative energy is going to happen. If it's even going to be out. They said it would be out in time for New Year's. Well, they've got 1 day. Like, the plan was to get it out by around New Year's, so that's like 1 or 2 days. The problem is that it's going to be riddled with bugs and balance issues, as is the same with every release ever of a new piece of Pyandons mods. So it's not going to release in a state where I would necessarily trust adding it to an existing playthrough, even if the intent is that it could be added to an existing playthrough, for one. And even then, even if I started a new playthrough, there's no guarantee that anything is going to be working right from the get-go, and it's just going to be update after update after update after update after update, changing things over and over and over and over again, and I'm a little bit beyond patient with dealing with that at this point. So my intent is not to do anything with alternative energy for a good while. Give it some time to work through the kinks, even though I know that no matter what, the moment I start playing it, I'm gonna find kinks. Ah, that's just the life. Alright, I need 3 fluid inputs, and I hope I haven't forgotten anything. That should do. Oh, I am out of rail. Hey, locoist of locomotives, could you get over here, please? I need some rail. I mean, frankly, I don't even know if Alien Life is working 100% stable. Like, there's some features in Alien Life that I have not touched because I know them to not have been stable. The pumps are behind the tanks. You can see the little blue arrows. There are pumps behind these tanks, and then I'm pumping out to the side on each of them. Speaking of which, we've got our blood at Nylon. We've got our bitumen at Nylon. And then what was the other fluid? Carbon dioxide. Our CO2 at Nylon. Ta-da. For whatever reason, CO2 ended up in Alien Life. Exactly where it ended up in this list, I have no idea. There. Like, why is it here? Okay. Sure. Bitumen and blood. There we go. Oh, yeah, the signals. Signals didn't get copied. Off we go. That's that one done. And then all these wonderful other stations. Fortunately, I ended up with exactly 10 requester stations. Gee, I hope I don't need any more, because that would mean I have to restock to get more requester stations. Oh boy. Let's go with our filtration media at Nylon. Our coal at Nylon. Our chromium at Nylon. Our logs at Nylon. Is that salt? That is salt. I'm still going to bring it in, though. Our salt at Nylon. What's the point of providing salt if I'm not going to use it ever? Our kickalk at Nylon. Our sodium sulfate at Nylon. Well, I think that does it. I think that is perfect. Let's go ahead and get these requests requesting. Alright, kick out. There you are. Copy. There you go. I always forget that function exists. Or I can just hit the C button and not have to scroll through everything twice. Alright, logs are in here somewhere. Logs? Were they in Alien Life or were they in here? Here. Chromium. coal. Filtration media. And that is the train station completed. I need lots of belt. In fact, I'm rather low on belt. I need to get more. Yeah, that's a decent sized train station. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And the actual factory isn't going to be too bad either. I really don't like this power line here existing. It's completely unnecessary. I don't need any of this. It's connected on both ends. So let's get rid of it. This was this was from before I had my big power poles. I just haven't gone back and removed them yet. Alright, that'll do. Start from way over here, give myself a bit of a buffer space for, like, basic bus stuff. Plonk there. Oh, right, I need to actually have these buildings. Guess I'm gonna need to restock, huh? Do I have... Yes, I do have tar processing units, fortunately. Whoops. 2 of you. I need 2! 2 of you. Doink, doink, doink. And then, yeah, with this existing, you could exist over here and go into that, like so. Offload there and go that way. Input the logs. Because that's all you need to have the treated wood. Then I need 2 of these with water. Yeah, by the way, just on a separate note, I do have a Satisfactory playthrough going on right now. I am at a phase of the game where I have finished the Tier 8 milestones. In my recording session yesterday, where I recorded 3 videos, the video that went up today, the video that'll go up tomorrow, and the video that will go up on Monday, all I did was go around placing geothermal power plants and hunting down a bunch of hard drives across all 3 of these videos. Because there's literally nothing else I can really do at the moment. There's things I can do, but they're really dependent upon me having access to very specific alternative recipes. One very specific alternative recipe that's not actually an alternate. It is the only way one can automate fabric. There is a fabric item that exists where you initially gain access to it in a recipe that is made out of mycelia and biomass, which is a very manual process. And in the pool of alternative recipes is an alternative recipe that lets you make it out of polymer from oil processing, and does not need any manual intervention. I have processed 20 hard drives attempting to find this alternative recipe. It hasn't shown up a single frickin' time. And I'm a little bit annoyed. I am just a little bit annoyed. And the main reason I'm annoyed is because the developers decided that they didn't want people to easily be able to cheese the system by making the game do the calculation of which recipes will be available to you when you process a hard drive the moment you push the button to start processing the hard drive, which takes 10 minutes of real time. So even if you were to cheese it by saving the game before pushing the button, each time you roll takes 10 real minutes. Rather than the much easier process of being able to save before the 10-minute timer ends, right before the 10-minute timer ends, and just reloading your save and waiting like a few seconds to get a new roll of options until you find what you want. Yeah, it's a little bit of a, shall we say, pain in the ass to have to deal with. Just a slight pain in the ass. Because the only major project I have left outside of making the items for the space elevator, for the final, quote-unquote, final phase of the space elevator, is uranium processing for nuclear power. And I sort of need to be able to make fabric for filters, for iodine filters, to have in my hazmat suit to deal with, to be around the production and processing of uranium. That's a necessary thing. So here I am trying to get a quote-unquote alternative recipe that is the only recipe that lets me automate the production of these filters. And it's just taking forever. It's just taking forever to do. And I already have, like, all of the efficient alternative recipes that I want. The most efficient alternative recipes that I want. It's like, There's entertainment in the exploration to find the hard drives, but I can't do that forever. I have to actually progress at some point. Until I've at least shown off the content, which the capstone would be the nuclear processing. And then I'd be okay with just ending it, not doing the space elevator stuff, because frankly, it's complete and utter garbage. The volumes of stuff that you need for that level. And for what? A golden coffee cup. That's completely just aesthetic. It does absolutely nothing except be a gold coffee cup for completing that last phase of the space elevator project. And let's just say that once that playthrough is finished, once I stop, I'm not going to touch it again until the game releases. At bare minimum. I have zero interest in any further updates to that game until it's out of like 1.0 release. Because I'm really just getting tired of it. Anyway, we're mostly done. I need the 3 thingies here. Over here. One, two, three. With water. There's steam. I picked the one spot that was already occupied. Always the case. So this one is logs, this one is salt. Gee, I wish I had red belts. Makes building out that line so much easier, nicer looking. But no, I don't get those until oh, later. Until after I complete this build. And then I'll have red belts. It'll be done. I'll have the ability to get the red belts. Oh boy, alright. 1, 2. I can put you together, can't I? Yep. Oh hey, I need these buildings too. Whoopsies. Those, yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 solids. Hydroxide, fiber. This is the treated wood. So the sodium sulfate can come in. That way. Whoops. That way. That should do. All this for the better fiberboard recipe. And then 10 evaporators. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I need those too. Grab all that. 4, 6, 8, 10. Beautiful belt. Go, go, go. Do... Whoops, not that thing. Do that thing. There. Good. That works. That'll be the blood meal section. Ah, if only that were the end. That would not be the end. Absolutely not. Ooh. Ooh, you are that, please. I'm gonna need another 2 oil burners over here. That works fine. Get a pin in that. Take those off. 6! 6 of these, okay. I need 2 lines. The inner line for coal, the outer line for filtration media. And then I need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with the coke. So, apparently, someone, cough cough Pyandon, cough cough King Arthur, doesn't like the steam voiding with the tailings pond. So, how do we deal with coke? Well, we could do lime and then void the lime. We could do this. But that... Yeah, we could do this just to get rid of all of the coke. I have DDCs. That's not DDCs. This over here, this is DDCs. Now, how to do this again? So that's gonna eat up 4. That's exactly the amount that I needed to eat up, but I need to bear in mind that I do need a burner that is going to feed itself off of the coal preferentially, and it's going to feed in the output ash from this. I need a dumper, and I need a gas vent. I need you to be faster. No, tailings pond still voids steam, it's just they don't want you to do it. It's an exploit! It's not intended to say the least. I read somewhere that someone was complaining, saying that, oh hey, apparently Pyandon doesn't think that it's a great thing to do. And frankly, looking at this is a lot smaller than a line of boilers. How many boilers does it take to void 4 coke per second? 20 megajoules or 20 megawatts of power. Well, each one of these is 1.8. So you need 11 of these to convert the full amount for coke per second into steam. And then you also need a tailings pond on the end. And then you also need a tailings pond that you manually place on the end. $20 divided by 1.8 equals 11.1 repeating. So I need 12 if I want to get rid of all of it. So 12. Yeah. Or I could have 1 DDC, 1 burner, 1 sinkhole, and 1 gas vent. As opposed to... How many entities is that? 35 plus 12 plus 1? As opposed to, you know... Eight. Fewer entities, doesn't have to work with a script to get rid of the stuff either, which the tailings pond would have to do. The sinkhole doesn't work on Steam, that was the main problem. Steam cannot be sunk or vented outside of the tailings pond. You can cool it to water and then like dump the water. So it's like, oh, then you need water cooling towers, and then you could also dump the stuff. Anyway, getting sidetracked a bit here. I need 3 mixers. 1, 2, 3 solid inputs. We'll do it this way. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. And phenol plus blood meal. Those will share that internal line, and then this will be the chromium. Then down here, I need the coal and filtration. So coal is this outside, filtration is the inside. I'm probably gonna need more than 1,000 more units of belt, aren't I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna need more than 1,000. Give me pipe up to blood next. Pipes are good. Whoops. Ugh. Great. Alright. We'll do it like that. There's the blood. And then CO2. And all we'll have to do is get all the belt in, get the supply station set up. Of course, get power to the everything. Yep, you're going up and over and up again. Ta-da. Ta-dee-dee-doo. Oh yes, and I need the steam. Alright, there's the CO2. Let's get the steam brought over. Hello, steam. There's steam 1. Oh, right. There's steam 2. Is that it? I think that's it. I need to get the supply station built. But I think that's it. Just generic supply station. S nylon. D nylon. Alright, let's get some belt. I need a few units of belt. Set that back down to 10. Get rid of that completely. And that completely. That completely. That completely. Don't need either of those. Slaughterhouses into the container. Don't need 20 DDCs at a time. I'm gonna request 2,000 belt. That's why I did all that just now. Let's restock. Restock and drink. Get some water in me. We are less than half an hour from the usual end of the stream. All I need to do, once I get this nylon made and put onto a train, is get it to my mall, along with whatever else I need in the mall, the stainless steel, and I can set up advanced small parts and red belt and get those going, and that'll be probably where I will end the stream for the day, because that is huge progression. Very happy to have this done before the end of the new year, or before the end of this year and the start of the new year. Actual progress. My goodness. That doesn't usually happen around here. Not on a regular basis, anyway. Wow, I have just enough space for all that. That's beautiful. Absolutely glorious. I'm trying to think about where I will make these advanced small parts. Here? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. I am apparently still lacking in small parts. Huh. That's weird. But we're going to be bringing in stainless steel and nylon shortly. What's wrong with small parts? Abso-freaking-lutely nothing. Nothing. Nothing tra-la-la is wrong. I just don't have any. So it's like, okay, I just need more production. / production in general. Alright, off we go. Back to the nylon build, where I had better have enough belt for this to finish this build. I just want it to be done. And I did put requests in for the other buildings I need. Yes, I did. I needed wood processing units, pulp mills. I didn't put in a request for the mixers. Stop. Get back there. Get back there before you forgot the mixers. Fast inserters on the small parts? Yeah, I guess. Upgrade. Upgrade. If only I can remember where I just was, where I did this. Upgrade those, yeah. I go through quite a few small parts, primarily because of all the infrastructure that I'm going through. The amount of small parts that you need is directly proportional to the amount of buildings you're placing around the map. The more infrastructure you need to place, the more small parts you're gonna need. Hello, Dolly. Hey, you. I hope you're happy after breaking an ornament bulb. Again. That's like 6 ornaments now broken off that tree. All breakable ornaments. Right there, we've got mixers. Now we can head back. Great. Good thing I double checked. Unfortunately, it was after I left already, so off we go back yet again to this build. Yeah, I would like to scale up to the point where I can bring in small parts by train. I should have been making small parts. The only problem is I don't remember where. Here. Right here, I have a building making small parts. The issue is, of course, the throughput of the inserter. I can't get stack inserters until circuit 2s. Bit of a pain, that. Alright. Let's get building. There's the treated wood. Ta-da! Blood meal. Ta-da! Phenol. There's the mixers for the nylon. Gotta get all this belt placed. Alright, there's the sodium sulfate. Wow, that's a lot of sodium sulfate. All the wires are connected correctly. What are you set to? 4K. Oh yeah, I just don't have 8K. Alright, sure. It's quite a few trips. Whew, okay. Locomotive. Wagons. Very much limited. Coke. Nylon. Supply. Depot. Full cargo. Circuit ignition. Auto. Magic. Define. Nylon. Which tab is it? Nylon? There you are. I had to scroll. Nylon. There we go. Alright, so how are we looking here? We've got phenol starting to move. We've got that being the only ingredient left to see the nylon moving. And here comes the phenol. There it is. There it is. Oh goodness, we have the thing. It's happening. Right now. There you go. Nylon. It now exists. The final ingredient for the advanced small parts, and one of the many ingredients to get into circuit 2s. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's good to see the plan come to fruition. Okay. Back to the mall. Because now I need stainless steel and nylon. Okay. First one should be nylon right there. Let's get the nylon. Why does that not work for that? Hello? The C button doesn't work when it's from here. Okay. Stainless steel. Good. Good, good, good. We're here. I should not be requesting 2,000 units of that still. Hey, thank you for the super chat. We'll see if it goes through. Alerts? Alerts. Alerts. Where are you? Streamlabs. Hello.
Huzzah for progress.
Huzzah! Yes, huzzah. There it goes. About time. Okay. So, technically, as soon as the nylon finishes up here... Oh yeah, I didn't do the ash will burn into additional ash, so I need to force the ash back into the same machine again. Ah, the horrible, horrible nature of burners. I'll get to fixing that shortly. But for now, I can push this button. And I can push this button and this button. Upgrade all those. And yes, I understand about getting more inserters onto the buildings, but okay. This spot, yes. I can add an entire extra chest on here. I can add 2 extra chests on here, just as long as I upgrade to a medium power pole. Let's go ahead and do that to at least try to maximize that building. The other spot was where? As a kitty cat decides that he wants to play. It was here. This spot does not have a space that I can add more stuff to, so I needed to add another building no matter what. Ollie? Ollie is playing. Ollie is playing. Ollie isn't happening anymore. Not with since I've started using XSplit over Streamlabs. Unfortunately, XSplit doesn't really have a good way of doing like soundboard stuff like that. Let's fix the issue that was just pointed out back here. I need to do that on the ash, otherwise it's just gonna pile up 8 already units of ash. Blood meal? And apparently there's something else I've missed. Oh yeah, the gas vents on the hydrogen and chlorine. Let's fix that quickly. As quickly as I can. I would like to see the Reds move today. before ending things off. Alright, there we go. We've got the sodium hydroxide back. That's gonna flow in my blood meal again. Great. That deals with the ash completely. Because even ash burns into ash again. I don't think it should, but that's just how it's been programmed. Ollie is having a glorious time. Hey, you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey, Ollie. He's having a glorious time with a bag of springs. Not even playing with the springs themselves. It's just a container with a bunch of toy springs in it. He's just batting around this like brick with springs. It's like, okay. I could understand wanting to open it to get the springs. Oh, apparently I've got both of their babies with me too. I've got the chipmunk and I've got Dolly's. These little toys, these little babies that have a little pouch for like balls of catnip in them. They've loved these since they're kittens. All right, back we go. What is the stack size on nylon again? I've forgotten. I wasn't paying any attention to the nylon stack size. Also, you get all of that belt. I'm tired of having to go back every single time. I need additional belt. I do hope the nylon stack size is like 200. Nylon stack size is 200. Good. Good. So that means as soon as I get a bit more, we'll get a delivery to them all. And that will make advanced small parts. And that will make red belt. Red belt, undergrounds, and splitters. Not the loaders, because the loaders need circuit 2s, but we'll get everything else. We'll get the other 3. And everything will be glorious. Well, that was a thing. That was definitely an experience. I'm glad that I managed to get it done in the one stream. Because my goodness, that is exhausting work. Just to get nylon. All of that from getting blood, from actually getting blood for the blood meal, to fixing and getting, well, to getting the sulfate, sodium sulfate, fixing issues at coal/coke, and at power, adding additional coal production today, and then building this entire factory over here. We've gotten a lot done. We've gotten a lot done. Fortunately, these will come in at 2 per second, thereabouts. Thereabouts-ish, 2 per second. So we could do the math. It's like, okay, I need another 160, less than 160, divided by, 2. So in a little over a minute, I should have enough nylon to fill up the rest of this cargo container, and that'll go down to the depot and brought over to the mall immediately. Travel time, another minute or two. And then, yeah, we'll be getting the advanced small parts going, because I believe that's the only thing currently that would be requesting nylon in the base. This should be the only nylon request right here. So as soon as we get it, we'll be making the advanced small parts. Probably want the blue inserter on it. I mean, that is a lot of overall throughput, a lot of swings of the doohickey. So we'll make them go make all my bots go nuts, bringing me all this stuff again for all these. That is not an insignificant amount of duralumin if I want to maintain the advanced small part production. But, I mean, it's all going to be limited by my production anyway. Like, I'm not getting 2 steel, for example. I'm not getting this stainless steel production to keep up with trying to keep these buildings maxed out at full production. That's not happening. I guess this building will produce the fast mini loaders, but the problem is that these need stack inserters, and the stack inserter recipe is complex circuit boards. That's the main problem there. We need to finish circuit 2s before we can actually get into those better loaders. And we'll have access to the stack inserters. There is a lubricant recipe for stack inserters, but I don't think it applies yet. I think it's tech blocked. Or no, whoa, I have it. It is still complex circuit boards. Unfortunate. Does it not spend... What does it not spend? It spends a lot fewer circuit boards per unit stack inserter, circuit 2s per unit stack inserter. Although it trades small parts for advanced small parts. I don't know. I don't know about that one. And it's fewer fast inserters per stack inserter as well. This one's 1-to-1. This one's, well, 1-to-3. Likely less painful to do that, but again, circuit 2s. Alright, we should be getting that nylon right now. They are delivering the nylon. It is on its way. Come on, nylon. Where are my buddies? Show me my buddies. There's the nylon right there. It's nearly here. I just wanna see the red belt happen, especially the red underground belt. There's advanced small parts. Oh goodness, they exist, and they're immediately getting pulled out to go down here. Joy, bliss. Advanced small parts. Please make belt first. Like, actually make the belt first. You know, that would be ideal. Fortunately, I don't need the belt to make the other 2 things. The belt just makes the belt, and that is our first red belt. The very first red belts. And undergrounds. End splitters. So these have a little bit larger of a distance than these. So red undergrounds cover just a bit bigger of a distance. And that comes in handy. That comes in handy a lot. Now I can underground over most Pyandons buildings. I can jump most of them. And that, as they say, is that. I'm going to be ending off just about right on time. Over the course of the day today, we got red belts in the end. But to get there, just to one last time go over all of the things that we've done today. Started the day by scaling Ulrich, caged Ulrich, to get blood. That was the first thing. It looks like I need to go back and add even more water barrels. Somehow I have lost water barrels. They've all been lost. Oh, okay. Don't know how that happened. Or what am I missing? What am I missing? Yeah, it's... What is it short on? Water barrels. There's like a couple of barrels in you. Everything else is like mostly missing. I need more barrels. I need more barrels. But yeah, we got blood. We got the sodium sulfate down here, dealing with processing 100 salt a second to sodium hydroxide to make enough for the sodium sulfide. Added additional coal mining, or coal processing, I should say, from raw coal. Added a second yellow belt worth of throughput there, and fixed an issue of a missing gas vent on these gasifiers. So now my coal is moving again. Set up Nylon where I did my Nylon. Wherever I did my Nylon. Somewhere over here. Yep, Nylon. We did this entire build here at the end, and it's giving me 2 Nylon a second. Just 2. And of course, we now, as a result of that, have access to red belts and advanced small parts. Interestingly enough, the small parts, I think, was the only thing blocking me from Mark II pressure pumps. So I think I can make Mark II pressure pumps right now, just immediately. The first Mark II thing in the base. Where are my pressure pumps getting made? Pressure pumps, right here. Pressure pumps. You. Mark II. Yeah, I have all the things that I'm making all the things I need for Mark II pressure pumps. So there's the first Mark II building. Right there. It's gonna steal some small parts, I don't care. What a great way to end off the year by starting up production of the next level of logistics. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat. if you are so inclined and able. I will be back on Tuesday to start off the new year. I will see you all then.